Hello and good evening, everyone. My name is Tiffany Roman. I am your host, and welcome to another episode of Small Biz Highlight, where we are highlighting small businesses, giving you a chance to get to know the people behind them as human being first before we dive into what their businesses can actually do for you. And then, of course, we'll throw in some COVID in there, see how their businesses were affected. But before we get into all that, I've got to go through my little spiel here, as you all know that are, familiar with the spiel. First and foremost, thank you big time to our sponsor, Text for More, who have made it super easy for anybody and everybody to find Small Biz Highlight and where we are live by texting Small Biz to 717-670-6400. It will send you a link to our main hub, is what I'm calling it, to access all the links, a little bit of information about the show and all of our resources and options that we have available to anybody who may be interested. Of course, today we are live with StreamYard. So that means if you are joining us on Facebook, thank you. Heads up, if you'd like to make sure your profile pic and your name are visible during the show while you leave us a comment, please take a second to stop by StreamYard.com/Facebook and click that link to give permission for them to speak to each other. Takes 2 seconds and we'll be good to go. Because, I want to be able to see your beautiful faces.
Oh no, it's ruined the railing. I'm not lying. You know it's ruined the railing.
I'll be right there. Can you let me finish this?
Yes.
And mom life. Right there, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so 2021. This is your year. No matter what your dreams are, aspirations, or goals, this is the year that will be for you to accomplish every single one of them. Please pass the positivity, the goals along to your friends and family. Spread the love, people. And speaking of friends, okay, so we have a dilemma. For some reason, my invite friends button on Facebook is missing on my Facebook page for Small Biz Highlight. Nobody can tell me why. And I gave up trying to figure it out. So the go around is as simple as begging all of you to take 2 seconds to like and share this video, or simply stop by the page, find a post you like, something, share it onto your timeline, tell your friends and family about us. Sharing the word about Small Biz Highlight is helping to support the small businesses I have the honor of featuring on the show. So please help me spread the word about these businesses. And an effort to spread the word even more, we debuted our official mobile app on Small Business Saturday this year, and it is available not only on Google Play, but Apple App Store as well. So please download the app. You'll get all the access to most of the interviews. I'm getting there. There was a lot of interviews. Okay, guys, I got to download those all to the app. Plus, I had to make a few of the ones that were a little too big. I had to compress them. It's a lot of work, but I'm getting there. But they should all be uploaded as soon as possible. You'll have access to all the podcast episodes, even our TV show episodes. I'm telling you, everything you need to know about Small Biz Highlight is there. Too easy, everyone. All right, so enough about me and what got going on. As you can tell, I am on my own with the kids tonight. So I apologize ahead of time to anybody and everybody if my kids decide to dive in like they just did not too long ago. I really tried, but we'll see how the rest of the show goes. Without further ado, I do want to bring you to the attention of my guest tonight, Miss Marleen. She has a really great business. I love her energy about it. She's just a really cool person, and I know you guys are gonna love her. So as long as this computer works for me, we should get her on with no problem here, guys. So here we go. And there she is.
It works.
Hello.
Hello. And if littles come into the picture, it's okay. I was just told to stop shushing. Like, I'm about to go live. You need
I'm
to
telling
shush.
you,
He's like, count how
it's
many
just
monies I have. No.
it's
Shush.
so crazy.
But it's
But
the
I
world that we
appreciate
live in
that.
right now.
I appreciate that. It means a lot, It's not all the time that, my boyfriend ends up being called in for overtime, but tonight happened to be that night, of course. Of course. But, we're making do with it. So far,
Absolutely.
I don't hear anybody killing each other, so I think we're good. We'll just keep rolling and hope that it continues that way. But thank you so much for being here tonight, Marleen.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You have $31. Shh.
We don't have money.
I love it.
let me use some. Here, chocolate.
No, I not have a chocolate.
Oh, he's been so good. I've had 3 calls and now chocolate is not working. So I will pay attention here.
It happens.
And put
I'll
it
be on the phone, I'll be doing something else, and they'll be super quiet. The moment I go live, that's when they want to talk about anything and everything. Gotta love it.
Yes.
But as always, I always start my episodes out with a really simple question. Sometimes people get tripped up about it. It's totally up to you how to answer. And I think that's why I love this question because it's so open ended. Marleen, who are you?
Oh, that is the magic question. Who am I? So I am a daughter of God. I was a military brat my whole life until I was 18 years old. 2 days after I graduated high school, I joined the military myself. I loved growing up in Europe. I loved all the trips and exploration and the castles and Neuschwanstein and all the beauty that was there. Moved to the United States, moved to Texas, and then joined the Army 2 days after I graduated high school because Texas was very different than Germany. Then in the Army, I was a combat photographer in the Gulf War.
Okay.
I did 6 years in the military. At my reenlistment, the military was no longer for me, so I stepped out, went to school. What did I do? I was I was a corporate ladder climber,
Okay.
franchise business owner.
Ooh.
I am a mom of 3, 1 that I gave birth to, and 2 bonus children. I have 3 grandbabies. I have an amazing husband. I take care of my grandson during the day, and I live on a boat in Seattle with my husband.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. There's so much to you. I love that. I feel like we could talk about just your background all day because there's just so many layers to do that. But
Yes.
first and foremost, thank you for your service. I'm in the
Absolutely.
military myself, so I'm very sensitive when it comes to making sure I thank people for their service. So sorry. I feel
It's
like I'm being
okay.
broken in. The room is being broken into.
I can't.
Okay.
It's all good. It's all good. We have our
But
little
your
people.
business, Marleen, goodness, your business has a really cool name, first and foremost, as CEOYou. Now, what is CEOYou all about?
CEOYou initially started to remind myself that I am the CEO of my life. Everything that
Okay.
I do with my clients, I did on me first. I was a franchise business owner, and as a franchise business owner, I thought that I knew that I should take on a mentor, but I thought that I had all the smarts, and I didn't take
Okay.
on a mentor. So I did everything myself, and I grew from 1 to 2 to 3 stores, and then went from 3 to 2 to 1 store, and was homeless. And we lost absolutely everything 10 years ago. So taking that moment to go, okay, who am I, and how am I the CEO of my life? And what do I need to do? So that's how it started.
Wow. Okay, so your business started out with something to try and benefit you, but then in turn, it just morphed into this idea and business to be able to help so many others. And I think that wasn't by accident, obviously, but I feel like those are the best types of businesses that end up coming about that way, where they may not have started with the intention of being one thing, but then just take on a life of its own.
65. You can buy a boat. Absolutely, right? We have to beta test it on ourselves.
Oh, absolutely.
When my stores crashed, I learned about tapping. I was like, I need to find some solutions. How do I? Okay, hold on. Okay, you got to push her and talk to her. There you go. Interact. There we go. Cleo's going to help you get a boat. So I had to learn how to heal me first. And if I
Yes.
didn't know how to heal me, heal the PTSD that came along with the military, PTSD that came along with my businesses closing, every single phone call I called, I need help, I need help. Oh, you're a small business owner, you weren't registered, you don't get unemployment, you don't get this or that or that. Having to step forward and go to the food bank for the first time
Yeah.
after, you know, being $100,000 earner when I was in the corporate world to going, I need help. I need help. So turning in and then also turning up for help of going, okay, how do I do this? And how do I navigate this? How do I release what is no longer serving me? How do I give myself grace? Because I gave everyone else grace. My employees got grace, my children and grandchildren get grace. But
Yes.
we as women, as business owners, we don't give ourselves grace. And one of the things that I was always told is, pull your bootstraps up. You know, you can do it. Just get beyond. But you can only get beyond so many times until you just keep hitting that wall. And then you have a
Oh
target
gosh,
on the
yeah.
wall and you're like, I'm just going to knock my head until some common sense shows up. And
I almost
yes, you almost fell in
You
the
are
ice.
absolutely right. It's so powerful what you spoke about when, just learning how to heal yourself, get through these speed bumps, these hurdles for yourself, because then that's what then help propel you into this business where you're able to help others do the same for themselves. COVID shut us down and forced us to really really evaluate our lives in a very intense way, just because we had literally nothing else to do. People were working from home, but there was no lag in between leaving work and going home. There was just home right after work. There was that extra time that we never really had before, that left it open to just start reevaluating the way we approach things, the way we feel about things, the way we like our furniture arranged, how we don't like it arranged, how we like talking and spending time with our kids, and realizing we weren't doing it enough. And
Mhm.
self-care is just something that I feel like small business owners is are just notorious for letting go. They don't really realize that not taking care of themselves reflects on their business just as much as if they do take care of themselves.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And looking at self-care differently. Pampering yourself is one thing, but
Yes.
the self-care of just sitting still, right? Taking that quiet moment, prepping your day the day before, calendaring, the different things that you can do so that your days are smoother,
Yes.
right? Giving yourself a hug, telling yourself and looking in the mirror every day, I love you, right? My body's vibrating right now. So one of my gifts, and I've pushed this gift off over and over and over again, is conversations with the angels.
Okay.
You have $15. Because coming from a military child, being in the military myself, corporate ladder climber, to say that angels talk to me was like, no, my ego can't handle that. Let me stroke my ego, right? Like, who are you to
Yes.
talk to me? What's going on? And 3 years ago, I think it was maybe 4 years ago now, I had another darkest night of the soul where everything just crumbled beneath me. And it was Christmas
Mm,
Eve. And on Christmas Eve, I didn't show up for my children, didn't show up for my grandchildren. It was his first year, and there was just so much pressure. And my husband told me to go blow my nose, and that sent me off. And I was like, had I taken a moment, or had I taken moments leading up to that moment, it wouldn't have looked that way. But
mm.
because there was so much pressure on me, I lost my top.
This is my boat.
So it
Wow.
is so important for each of
This
us.
is my boat. I
Nice.
crashed
You
into
have your boat and you crashed. Okay.
into
So it is so important for us to take that time. It is a Christmas season right now,
Yep.
and everyone's hustling and bustling and running around and going, what gifts can I get this person? Or what do I need to get this person? Or watching TV saying that
Yes.
toys aren't going to be there. And I look across and I'm at a port right now, right? Sitting in front of a port,
Oh,
and there are
okay.
containers galore sitting out there.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes. So the things that are happening and the things that we're watching and we're reading or just flipping through Facebook isn't our reality. What is our reality and what is the bubble that we can stay in and that we can protect for ourselves and for our children, which is really important. Um, we'll watch TV and grumble, grumble, grumble. What can I do about that? You can't do anything about that, right? We
No,
cast our votes. We do the things that we're supposed to do as citizens.
absolutely.
However, what's our bubble look like? Well, how are we taking care of ourselves? How are we taking care of our children? How are we taking a bath, right? Just taking a bath and having that moment of just solitude.
Yes.
Wow. So those are some of the
Yes.
things that I help my clients with is
Okay.
just to get back to center, opening up their vortex, knowing that they are a gift to the world. What are the gifts that they have? And what are the gifts that they want to explore? And how do they want to show up? How do they want to show up for themselves, for their family, for their
Okay.
friends? And how is that looking for their business? And what is their business looking like?
Wow. So if someone wanted to start teaming up with you and whatnot, I'm assuming there's like a introductory call that they do with you to begin with, just to get a feel for what they're looking for, what kind of help they need, what services would be best for them. Do you provide that for free
Absolutely.
to begin with?
Absolutely. Yes, yes. We have a free consultation. You have $15. You still have $15. You have not collected any coins. Oh, yes, we have a consultation because not everyone's for me, and I'm not for everybody.
Mm, yes.
Right? I had one
Yes.
person I had a call with, and she asked me, "Can you see my uncle in the corner?" And I'm like, "I don't read that. I don't talk to other people. I don't talk to shadows. I talk to your greater self. I open up that vortex and remove the things that are
Yes.
blocking you from bringing your greatest self."
Ah, okay.
Yes, yes. So it is
Wow.
important. Yes. You need yes, you need 03. You need 30.
I had 3.
Okay.
I had 3.
Oh, it's okay. So if someone does take the leap and decides to work with you, what does that typically look like? Is it like a specific time frame? Does it depend on what exactly they're looking for help with? Tell us more about it.
So because you have $15 and $8, what does it look like? We meet in the evenings.
Okay.
We meet in the evenings, and that way I am by myself. Um, you yes, you need 15 more dollars to buy keys. 1 5. I'm so sorry. He's been so good, and of course, you click the live button and welcome me,
It's all right.
and yes, your guys are doing awesome. They are on Santa's good list.
I'm getting nervous. I don't hear anything. I hope it's because they're being good.
Right? Because they hear another voice. So, what does it look like in the evenings? So, I have Calendly, and all they
Okay.
have to do is reach out, and I send over a calendar link, and we're able to connect. And that way, we can have that time for them to share where they're at, what
Mm,
they're wanting 2022 to look like. What have they been stumbling over? What are the challenges that they're needing that help with? Because it is a
okay.
partnership. We join arm in arm, and it's not about me doing the work. It's about us walking together and me helping with the tools. I have really cool spiritual tools as well as really cool business tools. So I help them get
Okay.
into the development mode and the launching mode of their business. So being able to look at what does 12 months look like, and then break it down and reverse engineer it to
Mm,
the simple daily activities that will move you forward.
mm. Okay. I love that. I think that's something that we don't really take the time often to figure out. You know, we get so overwhelmed with everything that life is giving us. We're not taking care of ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're trying to go like day to day, trying to figure out what's going to go on with our business rather than doing exactly what you said, breaking it down, going backwards so that we can see exactly what it is we need to do on a daily basis to
Mm-hmm.
get to where we want to be. I think that's a great way to approach it. I really agree with
Yes.
that.
Yes. Yeah. I recently did a 12 days of Christmas on my Facebook stories. And the
Okay.
first 2 days, I did the recordings separate. And then the third day, because I have apparently a little child, you still need the same amount of money. You haven't gotten any more. Please be patient. So I recorded them all. I came here one night and recorded them till
Okay.
midnight, every single day of the 12 days of Christmas and the meaning of it.
Oh, that's
So
so
we have
cool.
to find the little bubbles of time that work
Yes.
for us and for our business, right? Because if I had done the 12 days of Christmas every single day, I probably would have stopped after the fourth day.
That's a good point. Yeah, it's gotta be one of those things where either you're motivated to keep going on a daily basis, but if you know you're not going to, then do it while you're motivated for it
Hmm.
so that you can get it done.
Yes.
That takes a lot of um self-reflection to recognize that that's how you are. Because there's a lot of people that are like, "No, no, I can do it. I'm good." And then like you said, by the fourth day you're like, "No, I'm bored with this. I don't want to do it anymore."
Yeah.
And then
Or
what? You're
or
left.
yeah, or it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Oh, I didn't do my post. Oh, I'm not going to do my post now. And it's like, wait a
Yeah,
second,
yes.
you consistently said that you're going to do this, so why? And then you beat yourself up, going, oh well, I'm just not good. Oh, and then all this negative self talk starts coming in, and so
Yes.
that's why you
It's so
have
true.
right, why you have somebody to help you to go, no, 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 no. Let's do this. Let's lay it out. Let's look what your plan is. This is what you said you're going to do. You can do it. Yay, you stumbled. Okay. Thank goodness there's another minute that's going to show up around the clock.
Yes.
So,
Yeah. No, it's so true. The things that you keep mentioning seem so minuscule, like so tiny. In retrospect, you just can't help but look back and you're like, wow, that little thing was what created this like domino effect to totally derail my entire plan. You know,
absolutely.
even if someone takes the time to plan, like you said, it's 1 o'clock or it's past 1 o'clock, they were gonna post something. Now they didn't do it and now they don't feel like doing it at all. Then it
Mhm.
just continues. Well, I didn't do that. Now I don't feel like doing this either. And I don't feel like doing that either. And it's just not healthy. It's not, getting you into that place where you're continuously growing, continuously enhancing your business, but also, developing yourself a little bit more to build up that confidence to keep going,
Mhm.
believing that you should be doing it, because that consistency is what helps, get it to be more of a natural thing for a day in and day out kind of situation rather than, oh gosh, it's 1 o'clock. I've got to do this now. It gets to the point where the longer you keep working at it and making it a routine, you just end up doing it out of not even thinking about it. You just do it out of
Exactly.
habit.
Exactly. Yes, and that's the big thing is shifting the habits, right?
Yes.
The bad habits that we have and replacing them with the good habits.
Absolutely. So before we get into talking about, some tips you may have for someone who may not be able to, team up with you just at this moment due to finance restraints and whatnot, let's take a second to check out a short video from my sponsor, Text for More. I'm so excited. It's such a new thing for me to do transitions. I'm learning, people. Bear with me. No. But here we go. Here's a quick little video, and we'll be right back with Marlene.
Are you tired of missed business opportunities because you don't have the marketing tools that big companies do? Do you want to generate more sales with less effort or technical knowledge? Text for More is a digital marketing solution that is both your digital brochure and web presence that connects you directly to your customers. Best of all, Text for More is proven to deliver results. In fact, some of our clients have seen their monthly revenue increase by as much as 5 times in the first couple of months. To get started today, text the keyword MORE to 317-342-8114 and see how we can assist you. Text for More. Next generation brochures for the digital age.
I feel so official. It's so exciting. It's still very new to me to factor that into the episodes, but I love the fact that I'm able to say I officially have a sponsor. So
Yes, that was really good. You did a great transition in and out.
yes.
Just 1 second. We're almost done.
Oh man. So, like I mentioned before we went through to the commercial, I wanted to take a couple seconds here to just get some really great feedback from you for those that, are feeling exactly the way we've been talking about today, that have been struggling, that don't know where to go from here, but at this point in time cannot really afford your services. What type of advice would you have for them to get them at least going in the right direction until that day can come by?
Wonderful. That is a great question. First is to join my Facebook group, which
Oh,
is
okay.
the LOA Club, the Law of Attraction Club. So in there, we talk a lot about what you're attracting and what you're not, what you're pushing away. I have a book club in there as well. And we have been reading Ask and It Is Given by Esther. And I looked over there because it was sitting there. Um, oh, Esther Hicks, Esther and Abraham Hicks. Um, and so, what can people do if they aren't on Facebook and they don't come into the LOA club?
Yes.
You can Google search. Google's our best friend, right?
Is
Whatever
yes.
you're feeling at that moment, Google search, how do I heal doing this? Or how can I get my business to move forward doing this?
Mm.
I keep my rates very fair. Because I want to be able to serve people. I want the rate to be at a rate that everyone can say, you know what, I can do that. And of course, there's in-app purchases. I have tools and things that for multiple budgets. But for
Okay.
me, I want to make sure that the veterans, the MLMers, and the soulpreneurs are getting their business started right.
Awesome. Awesome. I know what you mean by, making sure veterans and, I love that you even mentioned MLMers. I feel like they have such a bad stigma against them as far as considering them businesses. And although there have been negative um, feedback into certain businesses or certain circumstances within those businesses, I feel like it's really unfair to judge the entire business based on a few instances that happen,
Mhm.
especially when, each of those instances that those businesses have like independent um, people who form their own business and it's their responsibility to, build it up in accordance to their policies and procedures.
Mhm.
And I feel for the MLMers. You guys chose to do this as a way to support your family, to get more money for whatever your goals are for it. It should not be, insistently just immediately and put on you that, oh gosh, that's negative. I don't want to buy from you because
Mhm.
I heard this. I feel like that's really a point where people should just look at the person and remember who they're talking to rather
Yeah.
than what the business is. And I love that you give them a chance because I certainly do too. I've had plenty of MLMers here on the show, giving them a chance to interview and, tell us about their products and stuff because, they are just trying to make their world's a better place for them and their family, just like all of us. So they deserve that opportunity. So thank you for that.
Absolutely. Yes.
Oh man. Well, Marleen, I have had a blast. I am so thankful to you for understanding about my kiddos while, we wrangle both our kids on our sides. But I really enjoyed our conversation today. I feel like there was a lot of great information that you put out for anybody who may be interested in your services, but then also those who may not be able to afford it right now, but could still benefit from it solely from just, um, you know, getting into your Facebook group. And, it's easy for you to find Marleen. I made it super easy. The clickable links, email, phone number, all of that is available in the description of the video. It's been scrolling at the bottom of the screen the entire episode. And of course, it will be in the comments as well to be easily clickable for you to find her and connect with her. Too. Small businesses are our own clan. If we are not supporting each other, there is no need or requirement for anybody else to support us either. So support each other. Take a second to like the video, share the video. If you're listening to us on our podcast episode, thank you. Thank you for enduring the noise in the background with the kids and whatnot. Thank you. No, but seriously, thank you so much for your time and taking the effort to listen in on the episode, listen to what we have to offer through Marleen and her CEOYou business. And thank you, Marleen. Honestly, you have been great today.
Thank you so much, Tiffany. This has been amazing. And thank you. Thank you for your service to our country and to the small business owners by creating this platform and showcasing us. This was very fun. And thank you for your
I'm so
patience
glad. Oh
with my
gosh.
little guy.
I'm about to find out what mess my kids are making that they're so quiet.
So
Oh,
quiet,
goodness.
right? That's when we worry.
Oh, well, with that, ladies and gentlemen, I will leave you with your friendly reminder to put your communities first. We do that by shopping small and supporting local businesses. Stand by. I shall return within a few minutes here with my next guest. Thank you again, Marleen. Good night.
Thank you.
See what? Say that, guys.